Third seal, Revelation 6, 5-6. The rise of the Holy Roman Empire, 800 CE. Revelation 6, verse 5-6, KJV. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine." The meaning of the black horse. The black horse in the third seal represents a period of economic oppression, corruption, and control over the people through religious and political power. The rider holds a pair of balances, symbolizing economic manipulation, taxation, and the control of resources. This period aligns with the establishment of the Holy Roman Empire in 800 CE, when Charlemagne was crowned emperor by Pope Leo III, marking the fusion of church and state power. The reference to wheat and barley being sold for a penny indicates a time of economic burden on the common people. The rise of feudalism under the Holy Roman Empire led to strict social and economic control, where the church and nobility held immense power over the land and its resources. However, the passage also states, "Hurt not the oil and the wine." Oil and wine symbolize spiritual blessings and divine protection. This may indicate that despite the corruption and economic hardship, true spiritual understanding was still preserved in small remnants of faithful believers. The rise of the Holy Roman Empire, 800 CE. Following the collapse of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, the papacy steadily gained power. During the second seal, as the papacy increased in influence, the Bishop of Rome solidified his authority over Western Christendom. This culminated in the events of 800 CE, when Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne as emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, an event that had lasting consequences for European history. The Holy Roman Empire can be directly connected to the prophecies in Daniel regarding the little horn, Daniel 7:8, which arises from the fourth beast, Rome, and uproots 3 other horns. These 3 uprooted horns represent the destruction of the Exarchate of Ravenna, the kingdom of the Lombards, and the state of Rome, lands that were absorbed into the papal states, giving the Pope temporal power. Charlemagne's coronation reinforced the papacy's dominance. The Pope now had a powerful ruler to enforce his decrees, solidifying the fusion of religious and secular authority. This ushered in an era of feudalism, where kings and nobles ruled by the Pope's blessing, and the common people were burdened with taxes and church-imposed tithes. The day for a year prophecy and the Holy Roman Empire. The 1260-day prophecy, interpreted as 12 and 60 years, is a key time frame found in both Daniel 7:25, 12:7, and Revelation 11, verse 2-3, 12:6, 14, 13, verse 5. This period marks the rule of the papal system, beginning with its rise and ending with its decline. 800 CE plus 1260 years equals 2060 CE. Sir Isaac Newton, the famous scientist and Bible scholar, calculated that 2060 CE would mark the final downfall of the papacy and the destruction of Rome, which he identified as spiritual Babylon, Revelation 17-18. Throughout this 1260-year period, the papacy exercised control over European rulers, enforced doctrines such as indulgences, and launched crusades and inquisitions to maintain power. The Holy Roman Empire was central to this, serving as the political and military arm of the papal system. Economic oppression and religious corruption. The reference to balances in the rider's hand points to the economic system of feudalism, where landowners controlled agriculture and the church collected taxes from the poor. A measure of wheat for a penny symbolizes economic hardship and high taxation. 3 measures of barley for a penny reflects the burden on the common people who struggled under feudal lords and papal decrees. Hurt not the oil and the wine implies that, despite economic oppression, spiritual truth was not entirely lost. Small groups like the Waldensians and Cathars preserved a purer form of Christianity. The papal system and the feudal order. The Pope held not only religious authority, but also vast territorial and economic control. The papacy commanded armies, crowned and deposed emperors, and dictated religious practices. Pope Boniface VIII, 1294 to 1303, declared that salvation depended on obedience to the Pope. The Inquisition and Crusades were launched to enforce papal rule. Church taxes and indulgences burdened the common people. By the time of the Protestant Reformation, 16th century, the corruption of the church had reached its peak, leading many to break away from papal authority. Conclusion: the Third Seal and the Holy Roman Empire. The Third Seal represents the rise of the Holy Roman Empire, the economic oppression of the feudal system, and the corruption of the church as it gained absolute power over Western Europe. The black horse symbolizes the darkness of this period, where the papacy and the Holy Roman emperors controlled both spiritual and political life. This period lasted for 1260 years, beginning with the papacy's rise and culminating in its predicted fall in 2060 CE, according to Sir Isaac Newton's interpretation. As prophesied in Revelation 17-18, the final destruction of Rome, the spiritual Babylon, will mark the end of papal supremacy. The Third Seal prepares the way for the Fourth Seal, where the consequences of papal rule, famine, death, and spiritual desolation will follow.